Hello, students. Welcome back to yet another session on the topic improvement in food resources. Today, we will discuss about apiculture and sericulture. So, apiculture means keeping of the bee or beekeeping, and sericulture means silk production. Okay. Now, let's quickly go through this. So, introduction to resource enhancement. Why we are doing it? Okay. So, improvement in food resources focuses on enhancing both the quality, and the quantity of the agricultural practices or the products basically. Okay, so that's why we come up with the very innovative farming practices all the time, and there are two specialized branches of it. The first one is apiculture, the second is sericulture. I already told. So the scientific honey and bee wax production is known as apiculture, and commercial silk fiber production is called as sericulture, right? Okay, so apiculture is what where okay, first let's discuss few honey bee types. Okay, or yeah, few species of honeybees. So first is Apis dorsata. This is called as rock bee and it produces highest honey yield. Then second is Apis indica, which is most common in India mostly, and well adapted to local climate conditions. And last is Apis. So Apis is the genera and this is the species. So Apis mellifera. Now, Italian bee produces premium quality honey, gentle nature, and highly productive. Okay, so these are the different types. Okay, now yeah. Okay, so why apiculture is important? It is the nutritional powerhouse. Honey contains a lot of glucose, fructose, essential, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, which can boost our immunity and energy. Hence, the commercial production of it. Then commercial applications, for example, in lots of cosmetics, you might have seen a lot of masks or a different kind of products are coming with honey labeled on it, right? There are pharmaceutical products that also use honey in their drugs. Then candle making, so just to have the scented smell of honey, this is also used. And food preservation industries also use honey. Now, for ecosystem services as well, so bees play a major role in, balancing the whole ecosystem. So this provides crucial pollination services, right? Without, this is a natural, pollinator. So this goes to different flowers and pollinate it, right? Increasing crop yield by 20 to 30%. So imagine a world without bees. So the crops won't be able to, be pollinated so easily. Then economic benefits generate substantial economic for small holder farmers. Okay, so this is all about. Okay, it's then modern beekeeping method. How do we keep actually bees nowadays? So we choose the appropriate bee species, whatever is according to the local climate which we live in and the market demands are. Then there are artificial hives as well. So install some sort of modern movable hives for easy management and honey extraction. Then regular monitoring. So you have to conduct weekly inspections for the queen's health and the brood development and different kind of disease prevention methods to come up with. Lastly, pest management. So any kind of pest should not be upon the hive, and that's why you always come up with, you will have to always come up with the management of the pest. And lastly, sustainable harvesting. So extracting honey sustainably using smoke and proper techniques without harming the colony is very, very important and essential. Okay. Now, sericulture, if we talk about, so say silkworms produce high quality silk fibers for textile manufacturing. Now, silkworm rearing, it cultivates Bombyx mori, cultivates silkworm basically, and its larva. Okay, under controlled temperature and humidity condition. Now, next is mulberry cultivation. So, grow high quality mulberry leaves as exclusive food source for silkworm. Third is cocoon formation. So monitor pupation process as silkworms spin a protective silk cocoon. So this I will explain you later. What happens is basically this cocoon over the silkworm that is formed and that helps in preparing the silk. So carefully you have to unwind the continuous silk filaments through the reeling and spinning processes. That's how you will get your silk. Okay. Now, there are types of silk. So there is mulberry silk. This is one of the finest kind, okay? And it's very lustrous and, it shines, represents 70% of the global silk production. Then there is tassel silk. This is coarse texture is there, okay? A little bit of coarse texture, durable and naturally weather resistant. Then Muga silk is there. This is also very expensive. An exclusive golden yellow silk from Assam. Natural sheen improves with age, okay? Through aging, it improves more and more. And airy silk or airy silk that provides, thermal properties, make it ideal for winter clothing as well. So this is a cruelty free production, okay? And India is the second largest producer globally. First is China. China came up with the idea of silk, okay? So economic importance and impact is basically rural empowerment. It gives to different kinds of villages or people who live in villages or rural areas. Then export revenues. So silk and honey exports generate substantial foreign exchange, okay? So that is important. Then sustainable agriculture, we know that, and ecosystem services. So bee pollination enhances 20 to 30% of the crop productivity. Okay, so now the answer I have given, but again, the reason you have to provide us with the reasoning, right? So the first question is, name one Indian species of honeybee and describe its primary characteristics. By the way, I have just given it to you, so no problem. Apis indica is the one, okay? Which silk, worm species produces mulberry silk? That is Bombyx mori, okay, the domesticated silkworm. And last is write one major economic benefit of apiculture, that is it generates sustainable income through honey sales and pollination services, okay? So thank you so much for joining this lesson. Through this, our whole, class 9th chapter has been completed, okay? And now you can do what is basically you can go through everything. If you have any doubt, you can come and ask to me, okay? And yeah, see you in the next, class 10th then. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.